Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be showing you what you can do to get millions of coins and loads of packs without playing the game. This is the only method in FC25 that you can make profit off, get loads of packs, and just not play at all. Make sure to drop a like down below, of course, to say thank you. As usual, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. And if you haven't already, check me out on X and TikTok. And if you do need some coins to build the rest of your team, well, do you want the best team in FC25? Yeah, baby! Do you want to be able to buy players like this or this and not be stuck with a team like this? Oh! Then you need to head over to skycoach.gg, select the amount of coins or which weekend league boost you'd like, make sure to pop in Pro Recall at checkout, and enjoy your new team. Now, first of all, we got to do a team change. We are not using Yamal active, which is just because I packed Yamal and wasn't sure I'd carry on using him, which I am. We are now moving over to my Sunderland Evo squad. So why is it off chemistry and why have I got these three up front, and what's this got to do with the video? First of all, this is the squad battles method. It's a method you can use for squad battles where you don't have to play the game. You can sit in pretty much gold 1 or gold 2 every single week, not really do anything, and walk away with lovely rewards. For reference, the current gold 1 or 2 rankings, if we have a look here, gold 1, 75 times 5, rare mega, 84.2, and a 188 plus of the recent promos. You're pretty much guaranteed a nice bit of fodder, and then nearly 10k. For gold 2, very similar, 1 pack less, and in 7k. So obviously you kind of want to aim for that gold 1. Now you can use this method in half of it and then actually play the game for a bit and push yourself into elite 3 or elite 2. If you really are feeling lazy, you just want the packs, you just want the coins, you can get all of this done without really playing a game. Now, to answer the question, why is this team laid out like this? First of all, I've got these three up front with 2 of them off chem. I've got Mayenda off chem, and overall the team is not looking its best, but that is because I use this to do evos and objectives simultaneously. And right now I need to complete the objective based around the 3 Roma players. I also have evos to do that are running out. And if we have a look over at Streets Won't Forget, you can see I've got another 13 matches total, which I need to have those as the front 3. But also in Foot Immortals Bombast Store, for Triumphant Tricolour, I need to score in 3 separate matches with 3 French items in my starting 11. So I can also add these into this squad because although I don't have to play the games count towards evos, they'll count towards objectives, and they will work for all of the above. So let's have a look at my French options. And that is the optimal chem for this team. Doing this, I'm going to get myself Blanc, Lafille, and Vieira down as the French players, and all I've got to do is score to get that objective done. We're going to get Mayenda and 09's games ticked off for their evos, and I'll also get the objective done for Streets Won't Forget. For reference, in terms of the evo side of this, you want to be doing the players who don't need anything more than just a game. So if you have a look at these 2 here, I need to play 2 matches, I need to play 3 matches. You want the most basic evos because you're not going to be doing anything, you're not actually going to be playing the game, so you don't want to have a requirement of doing something. Now let's get into the games and discuss. So first of all, we're going to do it on semi-pro. The reason we're doing this is on semi-pro, the game basically doesn't fight back. So despite whatever squad they have a look at, if we have a look at what we've got rocking here, if we just back this out, look at the squad, you've got an okay squad. It's not awful as far as squad battle squads go, it's not amazing, but they will not fight back. And what I mean by that is even with this team, which doesn't have very good chem, it is not my best team, it is literally an objective / evos team, it is still going to be able to defend and fend off any goals. So what we do at the start of the game, obviously, as you can see here, we're going to go into the game. All you have to do, so it's about a minute of work in total, is score 2 goals. So once you've scored 2 goals, because it's on semi-pro, they essentially just don't ever come back. Now, you're not going to get max points for these squad battles games. So what will happen is basically max points for squad battles, you need to score 5 goals. So if you want to score 5 goals, you can do that. Obviously, it takes slightly more time than just scoring the 2. Now, I will leave the link for the video where I showed you guys how to get max points on squad battles, because it's going to give you a bit of a detail around that. If you want to put the effort into some of the other games, maybe you play 1 a week on Legendary or something like that, and then it ups your score a bit, you can do that. But basically, in order to get max points, you kind of have to play the game. You need to get a certain amount of passes, certain amount of shots on target, and a minimum of 5 goals, and you've got a possession stat, and you can't concede. Whereas for this, all we've got to do is score 2 goals, and then I can put the controller down. So what I am going to do is get my second goal with my beautiful Mayenda card. Also, best option for Strike Force. Anyone who's done any of the gimpy, very generic ones, shame on you. I did play someone with a full Sunderland team in Weekend League. I did give him props, completely ignored me, so we hate to see it. One nice message after champs, you don't get a reply, but I can guarantee if I sent hate, everyone replies. Now, obviously, remember, these games are now 8 minutes long. It might even be less. So when you're doing these, all you've got to do, once you've got that goal, is make sure at half time that you do click play. So you've got to play for half time. Otherwise it will sit on the pause menu, but you don't actually have to play the game. So a lot of the times, once you've scored these 2 goals, which are proving difficult with a Barbo and Dumbia's crap cards up front. Now, it's taken me an embarrassingly long time to get that 2nd goal. Don't worry, that's not going to be the scenario. I wasn't really focusing. That is it for me. That's all I need to do. For the rest of the game, I don't have to do anything. I am done. I can sit here, I can watch TV, I can play on my phone, I can edit TikToks, I can edit YouTube shorts, I can edit YouTube videos, I can do whatever I want. For those of you who are working from home, you can work from home. For those of you who have homework or schoolwork or whatever it is, you can do that as well. Sit back, relax, grab a can of White Monster and watch your team win. So obviously it's hit half time, I'll click resume match. The scoreline is of course still 2-0. So as you can see, we're coming into the 83rd minute. I haven't touched the controller in the second half at all. Now, if I want to, I can hop over and try and get a few more goals. The more goals you get in basically the closeness to the number of 5 goals, the better your points for that is going to be. I don't know if you get a much of a boost for it being 5. I know there is a decent boost. Your boost is also based on your passes, so getting 100 passes in, things like that. You get the bare minimum points by just getting a 1-0 win. You do get slightly worse if you get a 2-1 win because you've conceded. So there's basically a negativities around conceding. Because we haven't conceded here, we'll probably walk away with similar to what it says you're going to get before you go into the game. That can only be increased by what I've said and what you'll see in that video tag down below. But very simply, I did not have to play the game. I've sat on my phone, I've edited a TikTok that's gone on my personal TikTok, I've read through comments on YouTube. I haven't actually played the game, and as you can see, they don't really score at all. They do a lot of shooting, a lot of them miss. On semi-pro, you pretty much have no worry. Now, as far as the featured squads go, sometimes these are going to have a little bit of a better chance of scoring against you, but featured squads, it doesn't matter if they score against you for points, so it doesn't affect it. As you can see though, we got 722, a little bit more than what we got for this game here where we did concede. Obviously looking at this one, we did a 2-1 win, we got 1600 points. Now for your featured squad, you can play these at higher ranking and you can also replay these. So let's say if you get towards the end of the week, you've DOSed all your games, you've done them in the background of things, you've ended up on gold 1. So you haven't really played the game at all, but you've ended up on gold 1, let's say, and you can edge towards elite 3 by doing, you know, the featured squads again and increasing the difficulty. You can always do that. What you can also do, which I personally will do, is have a look at the squads. I mean, this one is absolutely dire. If I hop in this with slightly better tactics, because I never really do the tactics on this squad specifically, but if I improve the tactics, change the squad around a bit, maybe even take these 3 out and put proper Sunderland players in, whatever it might be, I could then play this on Legendary and beat that. That's going to get me a boost probably of 2k points if we score 5 goals and tick the boxes off. So basically, if you play like 5 games a week at all, you're going to walk away with like elite 3, which is absolutely ridiculous. At the minute, they are dropping in more bad squads. I mean, this one here, it's not horror, you know, it's not bronze and silver, but everyone's in the wrong position. You don't have a goalkeeper. I could play both of these on Legendary and walk away with this week very easily a nice elite ranking. Now, of course, especially at this time of the year when packs, coins, everything is so in the need, it's always worth doing. And all you've got to do to say thank you is subscribe.